Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As promised, okay, I did say I would be doing a live video today. Okay, and today I am actually going to be doing a live video, as you can see. It was supposed to be 12 o'clock, but I got caught up at the gym. Where else? Okay, got caught up with a client at the gym, and then we end up going out for something to eat before I had to train somebody thereafter. So obviously I'm running behind time, and that's why I've only got a little bit of time to do this video. Anyway, as it says in the headline, okay, who is smashing their habits, okay, in 2025? All right, big question. Who is smashing their habits and targets in 2025? First thing, more than likely you're gonna actually get this video probably sometime in the evening on a replay. Okay, so if you are, and if you do, what I would like you to do is put a one in there if you feel that you're smashing some of your goals and targets. And I know some of your goals and targets are going to be big up yourself, Dave. Yeah, good afternoon to you. Okay, I know some of your goals and targets are very personal around your finances, as regards your relationships, probably your work, relationship, what you have with work. Okay, but what I'm dealing with here is more around the habits to do with. Good afternoon, Angie. Hope all is well. More to do with habits to do with increasing your health and fitness, increasing and having to have a better mindset. Okay, wanting to have a better mindset, looking at ways how you can become happier first and foremost with yourself, making your life a very place where you're very happy. Okay, and you can make those around you quite happy. So when I said, "Are you smashing your goals?" It's related to those. Okay, fitness. Okay, and your happiness wherever your happiness comes from. Now, obviously, I'm a practitioner of nutrition and fitness, so obviously, I'm always on the bandwagon of trying to improve people's life through mindset and nutrition because I know the benefits it can actually bring to you. Okay, I know the great benefits it can actually bring to you, and it starts with yourself. It does start with yourself. No matter what somebody's trying to do to encourage you, it has to start from yourself. Even if you've got, a trainer, a coach who wants to help you, it's got to start with yourself. It's got to start with you wanting to improve upon a certain aspect about yourself or within yourself. Okay, so as I said, I'm driving the health, fitness, and nutrition um, that's what I drive forward. So in 2025, as I said earlier this week, are you actually smashing the things what you want to one achieve, two habits what you may want to change? Okay, are you being consistent with this? Because as we know, January comes, everybody gets on this bandwagon and want to join a gym, start something new, and it's very, very, very likely that at some point within probably the first 8 weeks, they've done the research, people just seem to drop out. Okay. And personally, I know why a lot of people will drop out. A lot of people's expectations, what they're setting for themselves generally is too high, way too high. It's not something what is a habit to them. It's not a habit to them. And if it's not a habit to you, chances are you're not going to be able to sustain the consistency and the pressure what you're putting on yourself. It's not real. It's not a reality to you. Never has been. Saying you're going to pack in smoking into the 1st of January and you've been smoking for the past 20 odd years, the chances are it's not going to happen. So obviously you should be probably looking at ways how you can reduce how much you smoke in a day, how much um, pints you may drink in a week. If you're exercising, not used to exercising, just saying you're going to exercise 5 times a week, chances of that happening are going to be quite slim. And also, if you do not get the right advice, training 5 times a week is a good thing. However, if you're not training the right way and you're doing the same thing and you're hammering your body day in, day out, chances are you're bound to drop out. It's not a part of you, it's not who you are. Okay? So, habits, start small. Okay? If you're one of these person or people what also add goals for 2025, that what you're going to do when you're going to smash this, you're going to go to the gym so many times a week. No, it's not the best way to start. The best way to start, personally, is yes, look at the ending and have the ending in mind. Have the ending in mind. You know, what you want to look like, how you kind of want to increase your fitness. If you're struggling to, say, walk a mile, how can I improve that? Okay, how can I improve that? And then be real on it. What time have I got to give to this? If you got if you got kids and a family, or you got a demanding job, okay, or you may be doing other things part of your week, chances are that you have to be very real with your time. If you've only got 2 hours to delegate or give to yourself within a week to your exercise, okay, that is what you have to be real with. Okay, if you're not willing to improve upon your nutrition, okay, or change your nutrition slightly, chances are it may take you longer to get to your destination and your outcomes. Okay, bear that in mind. Here's the other thing as well: trying to be active, okay, sometimes necessarily isn't about just joining a gym. Okay, if you don't enjoy that environment, find a recreational sport to do. You know, it can be a jogging club, um, a gymnastics club, a boxing club, a netball club, okay, a running club. There's so much other things under the umbrella of activity, what you could try and what you could do, what will help you get to your desired outcomes. Okay, so again, if you chip away with the habit of doing this, chances are you're going to improve your fitness, your health markers will change. Okay, if you get yourself checked out with a doctor and get your bloods done, your health markers will change. Okay, also, you will be consistent once you do something and you are enjoying something. And the reason why I say if you're enjoying something, the chances are you're going to do it over and over and over with the willing energy to do it over and over. If you're doing things what you don't enjoy, you drop out. You know what I mean? You do drop out. That's something what I know through experience of coaching clients. If you're not enjoying it, you are going to drop out. And I suppose sometimes that's why a lot of the people what start in January tend to drop out. One, it's not been a habit for them. Two, they're doing something what they do not really enjoy. Okay, and if you don't enjoy it, as I said again, you're going to drop out. All right. So it's all right going online and looking at what these so-called influencers are doing. Okay, who have got years and years of experience of doing what they're doing, but also what they do may not necessarily work for you. Okay, why? By intensity of what they train at, what they're used to. Okay, also, which is very important, their training experience. Okay, you'll find that a practitioner who really knows what they're actually doing and what they're talking about, okay, will know how to progress you from stage A to stage B, all the way, all the way through down the line to stage Z if necessarily. Okay, that's something what I personally know how to do. Okay, to progress somebody. I don't progress somebody from A, end up at Z. Why? Because they're going to drop out. It's going to be too challenging. It's going to be too demanding. What I'm demanding from nutrition may be way too much for them. So again, you need to know when and how to be progressed. Yes, Mali, good afternoon, good evening to you, sir. Oh, Paul as well. See, so you need to know also how to progress. Okay, there's a skill, there's an art. You know, taking somebody straight onto free weights who's not conditioned, putting somebody straight onto HIIT training who hasn't exercised for 20 years. Or yet you're expecting them to do real hard hit sessions, okay, when the heart isn't strong enough to be able to cope with the load and the stress. But you must remember that the heart is a muscle, okay? Just like how we build our muscle and strengthen our muscles by doing resistance training, okay? The heart, what we don't see is also a muscle too. And we also have to slowly, progressively overload that muscle, just like the muscles in your arms and your legs and your chest and your back and in your legs. Your heart is also a beating, pumping muscle. Okay. So if you're giving a beginner interval training, and a lot of the influencers do that, they put somebody who's deconditioned straight into doing hit training. Okay. The individual hasn't exercised for 20 odd years, okay, or maybe 10 years, straight into hit sessions. They do the hit, they may do a 10-second, 20-second burst, let's say on the rowing machine or the treadmill. But what do you think is going to happen in the recovery time? The heart is a muscle, it's weak for somebody who's not in condition. Because the muscle is weak, it's going to take time to actually come down within the recovery time to be able to burst again. Okay. Some of these individuals who are doing HIT, they are not athletes. Okay. But yet you have so-called skilled prote- um, what you call them, skilled practitioners giving prescriptions to beginners who do not have the capacity to deal with the stress and to also deal with the load of that type of training. I could go on. I really could go on about this. But again, as I said, some people will drop out a habit because they are following what the influencer's doing, not getting the information, the right type of information for them as an individual. Okay. And again, we'll drop out because the stress, the load is way too much. They've not been progressed slowly. Okay. They have not got the right information. And again, they will drop out. So I could go into nutrition, but I'm not really going to do that. That is so individualized. Okay. But again, if you wanted to start getting healthy in 2025, you have to follow normally a nutritional protocol. Okay. I had this conversation with a client this morning. If somebody's really, really good at their training, but have poor nutrition, okay, because there's a few types of people, okay, and I'm going to go through them. You're going to have somebody who really trains very well, but they eat quite poorly, okay. You have somebody who eats very well, but they train at the wrong intensity. They don't push it enough to make their body adapt to what they're doing, okay, or to actually kind of stress their body enough to make the changes of what they want their body to do, i.e., put on more muscle or even maybe drop some fat. Okay. And then you have the individual who trains well and eats well. Okay. Trains well, eats well. The person who normally trains well, eats well is the one what's going to get the results. The one what normally trains well, eats poorly. Okay. If he's got good genetics, he'll get away with it. If he hasn't, they're the ones what are normally saying, well, how comes I'm training hard and I'm not getting the results? Because your nutrition's not right. And then also you have the individual who eats amazing. But guess what? They do. They spoil it by not training hard enough. And they will maybe stick to the same program over and over and over again. Okay. No change. Okay. No shock. No adaptation. Okay. And if there's no shock and no adaptation, it's going to lead to staleness. You're doing the same thing all the time. So you need to generally shock that body. As I said, there's different levels. If you're working with an athlete, okay, which I do, okay, athletes need to be challenged generally, okay. Athletes need to make a point on their nutrition, okay, because their outcome is all about performing, okay. Their outcome is all about being challenged. Their outcome is all about being in an arena where if you're not going to be the winner, okay, or train to be the winner, your opponent is training to be the winner. Or if you're in a team and you're not doing your job, okay, then you may be the individual who lets down the team. So therefore, there's a lot more pressure in training like an athlete for football, boxing, or other types of sports. Okay, so they are expected, they are coached different. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. Right, so 2025. One of the things what I would say if you want to stick to your habits of doing something is make sure that you enjoy it. Yeah, that's reasonable to say. Make sure that you actually are enjoying it, because if you are not enjoying it, you're not going to do it. And nobody forces you to want to go to the gym or go and do some form of recreational training. Nobody forces you. It is an option. It is an option. You're not forced to do it. If you want to do it, you'll do it. If you don't want to do it, you won't do it. And I'd say that to most of my clients. We have to work out a way how we can get you doing something enjoyable, some of what you will stick to, some of what you will come back for more, something what I can take you to the next level once you have probably mastered the steps as we're going along. Okay? You have to enjoy it. Not enjoyed, you're not going to stick to it. So that's one. Two, okay? You have to be real on your time. Okay? Every outcome has an protocol. So you have to be real on your time. Okay? Obviously, the more you're training and doing the right thing, is the likeliness that you're going to get that result what you are after. Okay, so you have to be real on your time. Okay. Three, you have to know what you're doing. And I'm not being patronizing here. Most clients what I've worked with at the start, when we've gone through consultation stage, consultation stage, when I've asked what do you feel you need to, or what have you been doing in the past to get the result what you're after, what they are doing is not going to get them the result what they're after. And mainly, as well as the lifestyle jigsaw pieces, it's mainly to do with the nutrition. Okay, mainly to do with the nutrition. They're not dialed in. I've got 15 minutes to get to colic for a client, but I'm going to spend another 2 minutes going through this. All right, they're not dialed in with their nutrition. And also, I will say this also, the exercises, what they are doing, okay, are probably not the right type of exercises for them to do. Okay, not intense enough, not working the right muscle, not the right load, and probably even not the right stress for them. Okay, that is for beginners through to athletes as well. All right. So anyway, yeah. So if you have started 2025 off to a good habits, good consistency, I want to say well done on that. Okay. Personally, I've made a point this year. This is what I'll let you know. I made a point this year to put a little bit of something into my own health fitness. Okay. I see myself putting on a bit of weight. Okay. I see myself feeling sometimes tired. Um, and what I found was that, yeah, it's all right training other people, but you also have to look after yourself. So I made a point, okay, if you know that I started this transformation challenge, which started in January. Okay, I got 8 other people on it and myself. Okay, and I'm happy to say that we've been having a ball on it. We've been having some good fun. There's been some good results. We're not at the end of it yet. Okay, we've got another 4 weeks of it. Okay, personally, at the moment, I've lost 4% body fat. Okay, I've also dropped 10 pounds. Okay, I'm starting to see definition, what I used to see when I was a lot younger. All right, but the thing is, more than anything, what I'm doing, I'm stopped making excuses. I've stopped making excuses. Okay, I made a point to exercise Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday, depending on what I'm doing. Okay, to train for 45 minutes per day. Okay, and the guys who are actually doing the transformation will know that there's a certain way how I've outlaid everything. Of course, it's based on individuality. Okay, but it's also based on progression, how I move you along progressively. Okay, so there is a way how I move people along progressively on this, both with their training, also with their nutrition. So again, as I said, getting back to me now. So I've trained every day, 45 minutes, except generally Sunday. Sometimes Saturday I train, sometimes I don't, depending on what I've got scheduled. Okay. Every single thing, okay, I've done, okay, is documented. Okay. It's documented for a lot of different reasons. It's a blueprint. Okay. It also documents how I feel. I document in there how I'm drinking, how much my hydration status is. I document my mood. I document what I'm eating. I document every single set, every single rep, what is actually done. Okay? And there's a reason for that. It can be duplicated again at some other point. Okay? Also, the guys who are on it have been given their schedules to do. Their nutrition changes by their individuality. Okay? Also, there's a section, part of it, where their training schedule changes, again, down to their individuality. So, guys, if you have dropped off the wagon, okay, in 2025 from what you desired at the start of 2025, okay, it's time for you to get it right, because being healthy, want to look after your health, want to lead a healthy lifestyle starts the moment you start. We don't have to wait till Monday or Sunday, or no, it starts when you're ready to start. All right. Okay. So yes, guys, the CPT New Year, New You transformation program is coming to the last four weeks of it. Okay, 3 weeks of it. Sorry. Okay, it lasts for 12 weeks. So I'm definitely get the benefits from it. Okay. Definitely leaner, feeling more fitter, stronger. Okay, and I'm really enjoying it. Why am I enjoying it? Because it's something what's consistent, something what I know I can do, and it's also is quite challenging. But I mean, I enjoy a challenge. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off for now because it's time for me to go. I've got 10 minutes to get to Colic, okay, for a home visit. So, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you very much for pressing play. If there's anything what you may want me to talk about in these videos to do with nutrition, training, mindset, um, anything what I know would be able to help you, okay, something what you may be stuck on, you may need help with, okay, feel free to either send a message in here, okay, or feel free to just email me at info@cptuk.co.uk. And also, I want to say big shout out to the guys who are currently doing the 12-week transformation course, getting great value. I know they're getting great value for what they paid to do it. Okay, and yeah, it's all about results. It's all about having a habit. It's all about being accountable. And as I said, it's all about enjoying it. Once you enjoy it, you would do it. Anyway, thank you very much for pressing play. If you've got anything to comment on, feel free to put it in the comment section or just send me a personal email. Can I do a video next week? Maybe. Okay, if I do, I'm going to do a video on something, how I feel like, or what you've actually given me something to talk about. All right, thank you very much for pressing play. Have an amazing weekend. And yes, we'll speak to you very, 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 very soon. Bye for now.